right? And the next important next task is coverage type. So we have, you can ask the task, maintain benefit coverage types. We have 6 options are available: healthcare, health saving, HSA, spending account, insurance, retirement, additional. Now we have to see this plan is suitable under which coverage type. How do you identify how to identify which is part of which plan? Sorry, which coverage the type is suitable. This plan is eligible only employee, not the spouse, not the dependents. And this is an additional plan, additional benefit they're offering. It's not healthcare, retirement to give or provide the documents to your government authorities. So this is going to be falls under additional benefit plan. To make it simple, any benefit plan, if it is not healthcare related or any death or something, insurance related, retirement related, it will fall under additional benefit coverage types. So please expand this section. So we're going to cover each one in our sessions. Select the radio button here, the plus button. First thing, display order. Whenever the employee is want to enroll this plan, okay, let's say employee eligible for 3 plans. Employee eligible for 3 plans. Okay. Plan A. Additional plans, there is for 3 plans. Okay. Plan B, plan C. Which plan you want to which plan you want to put in the queue first? In these 3 plans, I want to place plan C as the first. So that employee, I want to give an employee to allow to select plan C first. You can specify an order. You can specify an order here. So which one you want to display first? By any chance, if you can say, what happens if I give order as 1, 1, 1 here, and the employee is eligible for all the 3 plans, but I gave the order as 1, 1, 1. Now it's going to check the alphabetical. So this plan will be available first to select, not C. Is it clear, sir? What I explained, or any questions?
No, that's clear.
Okay, so order is, if you have a unique, if you're maintaining unique numbers, there's no problem at all. But sometimes what happens, the customer wants to ask us, hey, these 3 are important, let's display all 3 in first order. Then when you give 1, 1, 1, it's going to check with the alphabetical orders, A, B, C, something like this. I will give here display order 1 because I want to display it as 1. And the name. So what is the name you want to give? So customer, sir, each and every data what you enter has to provide the customer. We are not supposed to assume and configure anything here. So which one you want to, what is the plan name? So I'm going to select it as Metro Train. Let me call it a Train Pass. Okay. Then do you want to use any coverage target? Not required because only employee. Okay. You can ignore this one. So what is the plan behavior? It's a rate or some percentages, some amounts you want to go. You can select this. What is the difference here between amounts and rates? If you select accept amounts means you have an inbuilt validation, what is the minimum and maximum, which means you are giving an option to employee to choose. Rate means there will be only one field, rate, how much you are giving to an employee. Percentage means a sum of the calculation from the employee's base pay. Okay. So now this is the flat rate. Okay, let's say $200 employer wants to give to employee. I'm selecting rate. Amounts when we need to select is this option. I will give minimum $100, maximum 100, maximum $200, which means you are giving an option to an employee to choose how much amount you want, or which means you're giving an employer to choose how much they can give to their employees. This is applicable if you're giving metro train tickets, different amounts to different groups. Executive people are eligible for 200, management eligible for 1, non-management eligible for 100 US dollars. If you have such requirement, this is the right option to select amounts. It gives a flexibility to select the respective amounts for respective group. If it is a flat rate, please go with these rates. Okay. Right. And icon which are delivered by Workday. Soon we are Workday also let you allow to create your own icons by selecting one and you can attach. For now, we have select what is the purpose of this is whenever the employee is selecting this benefit plan, it will display this icon so that you can easily say, okay, this is vision related, this is health related, so something like that. So since it's a metro, I will select community related car. And then here you have further you have some controls. Let me uncheck all. Only one election. What does that mean? Only one election. Now take the same scenario again, which I explained. Customer asked us to create three metro plans. Okay, they want to maintain different rates. Instead of going with amount, they're asking us to get three different plans. Your coverage is metro train pass. The same coverage you can reuse in three different plans, which means with the help of the same coverage type, you can create n number of multiple plans. Assume you have created three plans with the same coverage type. Now, would you like to allow the employee to select only one coverage among the three? Or employee can select all three plans. Here you have control. So I want to allow only one election, not multiple. This is required to select only if you create multiple benefit plans on one coverage type, then only select it. If you create only one benefit plan on one coverage type, then no action required here. Any questions are here?
No questions. So if you were to create multiple, so instead of having one metro train pass, you'll actually have three with three different rates. And by selecting that, the employee can only select one of those three plans, basically.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. If I select only one election, since I'm creating only one benefit plan, there is no meaning of selecting this, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Right. So please ignore this.
Okay.
Is it you want another employee mandated to choose this one? Must add coverage? When it is required to select is there are some auto plans. Auto plans in the sense auto enrolled benefit plans.
Yes.
Example, HSA, 401k. We have to it's not about force, they're mandatory. Sometimes when you give option to an employee, what happens, For example, my customer has my benefit partner initiated a health savings account to me. And they give me a timeline of 1 month, but I ignored, I forgot. I don't know about that. After 1 month, I realized after closing the window, I realized the benefit plan I have not chosen. Then I have to follow up or chase my Ben partner. If they will auto enroll the plan. So no action required from my end. Automatically the plan will be assigned to you. If that is the case, select this must select coverage. Okay.
Okay.
Then display employee cost. Would you like to allow your employee to see how much the employer is contributing for them? Select this so that they can view employer contribution. Would you like to see, other way around. Would you like to allow your employees to see how much they are contributing? Select this one. Would you like to allow your employees to see how much employer is paying for this benefit? Allow the checkbox. In this plan, employee is not contributing anything. Hence, there is no meaning of selecting this. Employer contributing for employee. So enable the checkbox. There are certain benefit plans where the coverage will start from plan year end date, means from December month. Okay, not from day one onwards. This is rare scenarios. If you have such plans, enable this one and ensure you create the plan year definition on time. This is the dependence for payroll also. Maybe I will provide more information in next session, sir. I have never
Yeah,
used.
could you repeat what you said? So for youth coverage from plan year end, meaning it will start from January 1st on, basically.
Right, correct. There are
Okay.
certain plans want to mandate it should be eligible from year end date onwards. Okay, So in that case, you can select this one. So automatically the plan will be available to assign to worker from day one itself. I mean year end itself. But sir, let's park this one, please. I will provide more information. Okay.
Okay.
I will with example. And then Cobra eligible. Certain plans normally if something happened to employee, like Cobra stands for Consolidated Omnibus Budget Reconciliation Act. There are certain benefits to an employee if employee lost a job due to any uncertainty condition. For example, the best is COVID, or if the employee died due to any health reasons, the dependent should get some benefits until 6 months or 90 days based on the policy. Or if the employee has terminated without any proper reason or justification, employee is eligible for certain plans. He can fight and he can win. Okay, if this plan is eligible for Cobra, then select this. Since it's a Metro Train ticket, absolutely no employee eligible for Cobra. Only health savings we can select it. Okay, ignore this one now. We will discuss Cobra eligibilities also. In use, if you say automatically it has checked. If you create any benefit plan, you can see it marked as in use. Two things here. Whenever you see a checkbox, which means this coverage type is already in use. Okay, which is already in use. If you see this is not selected, checked, which means this coverage type is not in use. And one more thing we have to remember. If you see here,
Yeah.
you can delete. I cannot delete this thing because these are in use. And in my experience, I would like to highlight one thing, one drawback I can see. It's not drawback because I do agree with Workday statement. In future, if you don't want to continue any coverage type, you don't have an option to delete, sir. If you don't want to continue in future any coverage type, you don't have an option to delete. What we have to do is, we will enter here just DNU, do not use, and uncheck all the boxes. Okay.
Okay, interesting. So you cannot delete. These are Workday delivered. So the only
No,
thing
sorry, we only created, but it is already in use. Some benefit plans we may continue years and years. Some benefit plans we may discontinue. Some employers will discontinue. They no longer allow employees to choose. In that case, that cannot be deleted.
okay, got it.
Okay, and one more thing I want to highlight. In my experience, normally when you're doing the first build in benefits, no, customer also may not be that familiar with the Workday. They are also learners. We will try our best to educate them. They will take certain decisions. By any chance you create and assign to any employees, and later they will come back and say, I don't want this coverage type. Fingers crossed. We don't have an option. So we have to highlight this feature to the customer. Later they should not flag it to us. Hey, because of you, I have a raw data in my system. So we have to clearly explain this feature. You cannot delete it once we create it. So ensure when you're giving the requirement, review twice and thrice and provide us. Okay.
Okay, so you just have to, if you don't want to use that, then you just say not applicable and then uncheck all the boxes. And you just have to make sure they're not currently being used by an employee.
Exactly. Right. Of course, there are certain delimitations we have to do. This is the one of. Right.
Okay.
Good. Let me save this record. Okay. Now, two things we did. Provider we created. Where did I mention the steps? Sorry.
What was the task for the to create the provider? Is it create benefit provider?
Create benefit provider. Correct.